So we got a lot to talk about that today, guys. And no, not the cute sloth on my shirt, but yes, I have a sloth on my shirt because that's my mood today. Usually that's my mood all the time. Well, people will always say I have that look on my face, where I just be like, that's just my face. Like I don't really feel like being here. I'd rather be doing something else. But yes, so I do. But anyway, so there's a lot going on. I made a video yesterday about Black Americans being upset. Well, not every, but a lot of Black Americans being upset that Africa got that money from Biden, and they were saying it was like supposed to be like part of our reparation money and so forth. But get this. So I was reading and listening, and then I started digging. California was like, forget you, Biden. We've been doing our own research about Black Americans in the state of California. We've sent our own researchers out there to dig up information, to talk with people and, elderly people that have been around for a long time, and seeing how it has affected jobs, schools, lifestyles, everything. So basically, California is like, from what I've been reading, is like right at the verge of passing reparations for Black Americans in the state of California. I was like, what? Saying something about 200 something thousand per individual. I was like, oh, okay, California. They were like, they sent their own researchers out there. They were doing their own thing. They did their own investigation, and they said that they believe this is what is owed over a course of years to Black Americans in their state. I was shocked. I was like, okay, so if they actually pass this, this could mean a monumentous event for, I mean, even though it's just one state, all it takes is one voice, one moment, and that can change a record of things. And then on top of all of that, they have Japanese American and like 75 other Asian groups that have wrote to Biden, and they have demanded that Black Americans get the reparations that is owed to them. They said that they want to see something before 2023. We're already at the end of 2022, so I doubt anything's going to happen now. But yeah, they were like, they're demanding that something happens, like ASAP. So I was like, wow. But then it's so funny. This morning, I was reading an article about how, like, our solar system is, like, aligned. And they were saying after December 24th, which was yesterday, they said the moon was the final one to fall into the alignment. So yeah, like the moon, Mars, Mercury, all those planets are like lined up. And I was like, Most High, Yahweh, is this a sign? Like, is this a sign? Like, is this something? So I don't know, guys. I mean, like people say, the stars are aligning. Like, the Most High, everything happens in His own time. People are like, oh, but only He knows. Only He knows when things are going to happen. If it's going to happen, I don't know. But right now, all eyes are on California. They spoke. Everybody's watching. And then my thing for this, once California sets something in motion, usually, sometimes it could take time, but usually other states start to follow behind. So, and I mean, basically every state has played a part in, enslavement or inequality or injustice or, racial riots or people going through towns, burning houses. And, if you guys look up the history, you'll know. So basically every state has played a part of that. I'm from New York originally, so when I was in North Carolina, some people were very surprised when I talked about the racial stuff that I grew up with. And then a lot of them was like, I never even grew up with that. And I grew up here in North Carolina. They were like, New York is like that. And then a lot of people who have visited New York or have family that moved from North Carolina up there, they were like, yeah, like, especially when you keep going up and upstate, they're like, it can get really, I said, yeah, it can get wild up there. The police, people, I said, yeah, upstate New York can be, so every state has played a part. I don't care if they're northern or what, every state has played a part. So, I mean, this is something. But like I said in my last video, when I talk to other black folks about this, they're like, oh, you just gotta, make sure you load up and, keep something on you at all times. I'm like, listen, I'm done with fighting. And, there's so many people that are gonna be so psycho about this, unfortunately. There's gonna be people that are gonna go crazy if they pass all this and say every state. I'm done. I don't want no more bloodshed. I'm done. I'm tired of locking and loading and all that other jazz. Like, I'm done. I don't want to do that. I want my kids to be able to be free. I don't want to have to worry or think about them or whatever because people are upset because of what we may get. So my thing of it is, or what might happen or whatever. And I said, you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to be sitting on my porch or riding around at night because anything can happen. I said, if I get time to evacuate, and yes, I said evacuate like a refugee. If I get time to evacuate and I get time to go, I'm like, getting on that airlines. But anyway, so let me know what you guys think about this. California, Asian Americans standing up and saying, hey, this is what they're owed. This is what they're due. California saying we're going to be the first on the list to do what we got to do for our California blacks. Like, let me know what you guys think about all this.